What's up and good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. We're obviously at the ranch this morning, and a lot of you guys like the ranch videos, and I know they're kind of random sometimes. I don't really have structure for this video. You guys are gonna see like the super ADD and Ryan today because, well, we're trying to clean up around like the front of the house. I've got Abel over here helping me out, and I'm just trying to like declutter, right? I mean, this I'm not even gonna tackle today. I mean, maybe I will. I don't know, but this is a mess. Obviously, at some point it's going in here. I need to kind of put this back together. I had to pull the generator out to use it the other day, so that needs to get tucked back in over there. But I want to just kind of clean up all of like this area, and you're gonna see again the inner workings of Ryan's brain, because as soon as I started this, I was like, well, I need to clearly trim those trees over there by the carport. That's usually how this goes and why the front of my house is still kind of a mess, because I just can't really focus that well on one task and complete it, because it just gets very overwhelming. And again, being super like ADD and pretty mildly autistic, I don't know, apparently I got the wrong kind of autism. I got the kind that likes steam engines, not the kind that likes to clean and organize. But yeah, we're gonna work on that today. So you're gonna go on my head, you're gonna come along for the journey. Hopefully you enjoy this kind of super sporadic and random video, because for some reason cleaning right now means we gotta jumpstart my F600. All right, hopefully this jump box can handle it, because it jump started the fire truck the other day, which takes a ton of power, but should be able to handle cranking a few times on the F600. Hopefully it doesn't roll back into my tractor, because the parking brake does not work on this thing. Full choke. This truck is pretty dang solid, guys. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Oh, look, trash. We're gonna be responsible right now. We're gonna throw our trash away. That can stay with the truck for now. Truck didn't stay running. I don't think she likes being fully choked for too long. Let's see. Oh, the choke's kind of stuck. I don't know if the battery box is gonna survive. Come on, old girl. I mean, the fuel gauge does say empty, but I don't think it's empty. But it very well could be empty. All right, well, so much for that today. That sounds pretty empty. Put the generator back. Grab the extension here for my cordless chainsaw or pole saw. Okay. All right, so this tree's kind of hard to trim up nicely. It's tall. Looks like it's got some dead stuff there. Hopefully it's not dying. That one trimmed up a little better. It's got a little better shape to her, but I'll trim a little off of this one. Problem is a lot of it stems from these branches down below. So to get like the wing that I want to take off of it, it's gonna lose a lot of volume on the tree, and I don't really want to do that. But I don't want to sit there and cut 8 million little individual twigs, but I guess I should. This one's actually pretty clean, but we'll trim her up a little bit down here. Oh, I see a bird's nest right there. I don't know if you guys can see that right at that tip right there. Don't know if there's a bird in there, but we'll leave that. Huh, who knew? There's also a birdhouse over here. I wonder how long. I mean, I guess it's been there longer than I've been here, because I did not put it there, but there is definitely a nest inside of that. So a bird used it. Maybe now that it's opened up a little bit, they'll know it exists. Another bird can use it. All right, we got to clean a bunch of this up. So my plan with the dump truck was we were gonna put all this in the dump truck, take it over to the burn pile. But if it don't got gas in it, we ain't gonna be able to do much. But I'd rather it not be underneath every tree. So probably make a big pile of it over here. And then once we get some gas for the dump truck, we'll take her out of here. Go over here, grab the Mini X so we can grab all that stuff, because why do it by hand? Glow plugs sure are staying on long. It's hot right now, but it got cold last night. gotta say, guys, this gate right here was one of the best things I did. Everybody freaked out when I built it. They're like, oh, you don't have vertical supports in the middle. Those runs are too long. I think the welds are gonna break, they're gonna crack. I mean, it's been, I don't know. I don't remember when I built that, but let's just say a year and a half, 2 years, maybe more. And there's not one cracked weld that I can see. Everything's powder coated, so I feel like I would see it. The gate has been holding up incredibly well. So we got Abel over here working, weed whacking all this crap that grows right here, right up along the house. All right, getting diverted again. Gonna go jump the mini truck for Abel so we can move it out of the way. Look how much nicer it looks right here. Once all that greenery is just ripped out. Can't wait till this is all concrete and like some nice planters in here. And no more of this crap that grows. Obviously all the water comes off the roof right here, so that's why everything wants to grow right here. I guess same over there, the water just kind of drips down the wall or behind the wall or whatever. El otro truck no tiene gasolina. Come on. Oh, my battery box is dying. Well, maybe not. If this thing hasn't run in a long time, she can get stubborn. All right, well, we failed to get it started, so we pushed it back, but we'll let the jump box charge up a little bit more. And then that thing, just when it sits for a very long time, it takes a while to get it going again. But for now, let's go back up and move all these branches into one big pile. And then probably later today, I'll go grab some gas for the F600 there. I could throw it all in my dump trailer, but they're kind of long. It's gonna scratch up the sides of my dump trailer, which I know sounds crazy to some people, but I don't want to scratch anything up, so it's easier in the old dump truck. And if I got to bushwhack to get to the pile, because I haven't really cleaned up around the pile very well, I don't mind bushwhacking in that truck versus taking one of my other trucks in my dump trailer. Tree in one go. That's why the excavator's nice. All right, we're all cleaned up over there. We got our big pile again. We'll move that with a dump truck later. But this tree has been dead behind me for quite some time, and its sister tree over there died a while ago and eventually fell over. I'm assuming at some point this one's gonna fall over, but let's see if we can actually push her over with the excavator. I'm sure these roots are pretty gnarly. I mean, you can see that one didn't, I don't remember if I've ever tugged on that one, but the main water line for the guest house runs right up through there. See where that white pipe is sticking up? That's what I used to mark that water line. So we don't wanna really mess with like ripping that stump out of the ground. One of the roots grabs the freaking water line, because the water line's not that deep right there. And then we got a big mess on our hands. I've already fixed that water line a couple times. But I'm gonna see if I can push this one over with the Mini X. I mean, it's significantly larger than the Mini X, but maybe we do a little push in. It's gonna leave a big ass hole though. Whatever, it is what it is. Let's try it. If not, we can cut it down. Yeah, I don't think we were too many windstorms away from that thing falling over. Look, there's just barely a hole here. The roots have all kind of rotted away. Look, it looks moldy right there on those roots. I mean, great for what I needed to do today, but not that great for the tree. But obviously it was already pretty freaking dead. We'll chop this up into a couple pieces so it fits in the old dump truck better. You know, this pole saw is pretty damn impressive for what it is. Pretty heavy. One-handed, let it do the work. Apparently I lost a screw there though. There we go. Now we'll do a little stacking. So we're gonna go up to the area that we put those new drain pipes in the other day, regrade that or grade it better. Since we couldn't get underneath the trees the other day, just give her a quick little grade, and then we're gonna use the tractor to move that 250-gallon water tank that's over there. That's been sitting next to my house forever, and well, I guess we'll put it next to the other ones that we have over here. So we'll go start up here, where we can grab a little bit of dirt to bring with us. That area graded out a lot nicer than I thought, considering I did it kind of in the dark. Really need to trim these trees over here by the guest house too, but that'll be another day. All right, let's go here. Still gonna be a little tight squeeze underneath these trees, but I think we'll make it. So, taking a little bit of the gravel from down there, actually cleaning up the edge of that block wall too, and then trying to pull some of it up here. You remember when we repaired the septic system, kind of a lot of the gravel got mixed up with the dirt. There's only so much you can do to kind of keep it separate, and it's expensive to bring gravel out here. And even with my jump trailer, I can only bring like 4 yards out at a time, which really isn't much if you want to spread it with any kind of like decent thickness. So we're just trying to kind of move some gravel around here. So far it's working pretty good. Cleaned up pretty close to that edge of that wall. Not bad, it's looking a lot better. Ugh, come on. Oh, we were going so good. We got stuck. Come on, if I can make it to the concrete, I got this. Oh, you son of a gun. Lost my footing. All right, come on, roll her back. Roll her back. Get up on that concrete. Whatever. She lives there for now. Just gonna keep churning up this gravel, refresh this whole area. Okay, now let's grab this water tank. Flip to our front camera there so we can see the fork, so we don't end up putting a hole in the side of the thing. Stack these. Maybe they won't be perfectly on top of each other, but maybe we might be able to get it close enough. I mean, we got it up there, but let's straighten her up a little bit. This ain't the prettiest things to look at in a yard, but hey, you know, they come in handy sometimes. There we go. All right, y'all, jump box is charged back up. Let's see if we can get this thing to fire up. There we go. This poor truck, I mean, clearly like most of my stuff around here. Ugh, what is that? That's gross. But it has become just kind of it's become a catch-all trash bin, I guess. Like most things out here. Let's clean her up a little bit. Oh, this is good stuff. This is all electrical, some sprinklers. This ladder. Hate when things are stacked on top of each other. I'm the one that did it, so you know, ain't like I'm mad at anybody but myself here, but it makes it a pain in the butt. I don't think we need any more 2-foot pieces of unistrut. Super wet cardboard. It's still weirdly so strong it won't come out. Well, I guess that's 2 boxes. Box number 1. Soaking wet. Look at that, a little 4-inch fern coat. Keep that, that's not cheap. What else we got in here? Weed whacker line. This is the good stuff with the metal wire inside of it. All right, so most of the trash is gone. Now let's put the ladders and stuff up here in the guest house garage, which cleaned a bunch of stuff out of it the other day. Still need to clean a bunch of this dead weed stuff over here out, but think we got room for a ladder in here. All right, found some trash up there near the guest house, so we'll get this thrown away as well. But hey, look, we emptied out the bed pretty good. We'll get those hoses, we'll put those somewhere. Pulled out a little Christmas decorations that were in the guest house garage. We'll use those up near the fire truck. Okay, so we've got this area looking better. These are all gonna go in the mini truck and go up to the guest house, but because they're sprinkler parts, well, I know there's a broken sprinkler over here by the fruit trees. All this is gonna get cleaned up too. We're working on that, we're working on it. And then we gotta mow the grass. Oh, okay, but there is a, oh no. No, stepped in dog poop. Stepped in dog poop, no bueno. No bueno. Thankfully the grass is really wet, so it's scrubbing it off. It's actually surprisingly clean. So there is a broken sprinkler pipe down here that we need to dig up and put a new riser on. And I want to do that before I pull all the sprinkler parts out of here. Okay. Is it broken? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just twisted. Let's see. I don't know. That pipe is not very deep. It is actually just twisted. So that's good. So Abel always makes sure he puts these risers on swivels. So if they get bumped, they don't just immediately snap. And well, okay. That was good. Gustavus, Abel? Gustavus? Okay. All right, so you can see Henry's nice poop spots. Abel's gonna pressure wash all of this. I'm slowly chugging away over here though. Things are looking good. I know they don't look that great right now, but we've got like a third of what was here earlier today. At least we're starting to make some room. What's in this box? I'm always scared to open boxes. That's a head for a 110. All right, that can go in the shed. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going up to the guest house, as you can see. A lot of buckets of fittings. But if you guys watched the last video, and I had to drive all the way into town for a couple of fittings I didn't have, that's why I hold on to so many fittings. Do I need this much leftover paint? I don't know. This top cast is what we use for our sand finished concrete. That stuff is extremely expensive. There's 2 buckets there. I think there's more in the guest house. We're holding on to that. Honestly, freaking 5-gallon buckets of paint are super expensive these days. So this is all gonna stay. I'll keep my polar bears here. All right. There's a lot of stuff I gotta find space for in there because there's not a lot of shelf space left. One of these days I'm gonna tear this little corral fencing down so I can back straight up to this garage. Add more to my 5-gallon bucket collection over here. All right, honestly, we really didn't add that much stuff. We added those buckets there. All the PVC fitting buckets fit on the shelf. Yes, it's kind of a mess, but it's up off the ground. It's good. It's not perfect, but we have come a long ways out here. If you guys have been watching the last few videos, especially the series on the shed, a lot of stuff is out of this area. Still got to figure out what I want to do with those 2 buckets. Now again, my ADD started kicking in, and I was like, I got to move this freaking street sweeper because this is actually decent parking to actually pull the trucks in and at least get the cabs underneath the overhang here. However, and what I believe this thing needs is a fuel pump. However, the exact fuel pump, which is this little guy right there, that exact fuel pump, it's like $180 for this tiny little fuel pump. So I feel like I might just need to buy a universal fuel pump and try to get that to work. But my luck, things like that never work out. That's why I end up just buying the dang part. However, that part number is discontinued. There is one that replaced it. But do I really want to spend $180 to like hope that's the problem? This thing's been sitting for so dang long. But it's in like the worst spot. I mean, this hasn't been rained on, but I would like this parking spot back. And this thing, I don't remember what it weighs. They're like 4,000 or 5,000 pounds, maybe more than that. They're super heavy. I don't know how to put it into neutral. It's a hydrostatic drive. I'm sure there's a way. So it's not like I could even drag it where I want it to go because it's so dang heavy. But it's been here for freaking ever. The whole reason I bought this street sweeper was because, well, if a neighbor hadn't complained, by now there would be concrete all the way up to my house. And this is gonna be the way that I was gonna be able to like clean, you know, 800 feet of driveway or so. It's gonna be a nice ride-on street sweeper. All right, next up on the list, let's mow the lawn. It's not too hot out right now, so it's good timing. All right, so front of the house is looking freaking beautiful. Love it, all nice pressure washed. So now we're gonna use the tractor. We're gonna take the dumpster back over to the other side of the house where it belongs. All right. And well, I can see the animals migrating their way up over here, so we might as well go put the goats up for the night. I think the photo cell on that light is bad. So it's on all the time instead of being off and only on at night. So we gotta swap that out here shortly. Not today though. I think we've had a pretty dang productive day so far. Let's get a little bit of hay for the donkeys and for Big Walt. Oh, look at that. The goats already came running. They heard the door open. We gotta make some piles, spread it out so nobody fights over it. Even though they will inevitably still fight over it. Come on, goats. Come on. Come on, Dungy. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. You guys are very well trained. Come on, everybody in. Everybody in. Come on, y'all. I know. Oh, what? You guys have food in here? All right. Well, that was easy. Oh, that's the good stuff. All right. Y'all sleep tight. I know it's a little early, but the sun's going to be setting here soon. And the donkeys have arrived. And of course, they always chase off Willie. What are you doing? Why are you chasing Willie off and you're not even going to eat it? You getting chased off yourself? Oh, let's spread it out. Let's spread it out. Y'all are all about to get chased off. Big Walt's on his way up. And back down to the house we go. All right, y'all. Well, we got to get some gas for this thing. But man, does it look a million times better over here. We'll get this shed all closed up for the night. And we're gonna wrap up. I know, again, a lot of you guys said you like the ranch content, so welcome to a very random day at the ranch. There is always something to do, but at least today wasn't too expensive of a day. Just had to pay AWOL, obviously, but I didn't have to spend thousands of dollars on pipe, so that was very nice. And speaking of, one of the last videos I showed you guys that my main coming into my house was leaking, and well, we have since fixed that. So from here over, it is all brand new copper. There's actually a T that goes down in the ground right there as well on these 2-inch copper to PVC. T's are extremely expensive, and there's 2 of those, and they're about 16 inches long, maybe a little bit longer than that. We really only needed that little piece, but when you need it, you gotta have it. There's a lot of money right here in ProPress fittings, let me tell you. I don't know why it goes from 2-inch to whatever that is. What is that, 1 inch? But that's how it was. That's how we put it back. But pretty happy with that setup. Is all fixed, and then we kind of filled everything back in. One of these shutoff valves is below the surface there, so able to just pile some blocks up around here. I'm gonna get one of those fake rocks, cut out the backside, put it over top of this so that the sun doesn't keep baking on the old PVC there, because that's what's going to cause it to fail. So again, you know, the smallest little projects cost a freaking ton of money. I can't wait to start jumping back on some of these bigger projects at the ranch. But with that, we're going to wrap up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now, that you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.